Catch up with past guest appearances on the Kumars at number 42 on their star-studded video and DVD.
It's almost time for a new day to begin.
There's a situation, Mr. President.
How serious? Very.
NSA wants us to bring in Jack Bauer.
If a bomb goes off today, it will hurt us, but it will destroy you.
Stay down, Kim! I will hurt you!
I refuse to believe they can't bring in one former agent.
Coming soon.
Today's going to be a very long day.
24 returns to BBC Two.
The navigation system! I figured it out! It's working! I can't wait to call my parents. They are going to be so proud of me!
Do you think this guy might have issues?
Daddy! I'm not so stupid!
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Coming soon, only to BBC 4.
This is BBC Two Newsnight now with Gavin Esler.
Tonight, Gordon Brown strikes back. As the Tories claim he's lost his grip and lost control of the economy, the Chancellor tells Newsnight that Britain is well placed to weather economic storms and enthusiastically calls for an expansion of the private finance initiative. Reluctant warriors. Turkey, a key player in NATO, is on the front line of any war with Iraq. But will Turkey really help the Americans, and at what price? And binge drinking by young mothers. How far is it leading to new levels of children damaged in the womb? Good evening. We appear to live in two economic worlds in Britain. In one world, the stock market has lurched from bad to worse. Our pensions are costing more. Consumer confidence is in the basement. And the Conservatives claim the value of money purchase pensions has halved under Labour. Then there's that other economy in which British interest rates, unemployment and inflation remain low, and we're well placed to weather any world economic storms. In a speech tonight, the Chancellor, Gordon Brown, focused on the good news economy, and he also attacked what he called the knee-jerk anti-market sentiment of some in the Labour movement. Our economics correspondent Stephanie Flanders reports on the Chancellor's big speech and what it might tell us about the months ahead.
Achieving these objectives demands the courage to push forward the private finance initiative. The argument is whether now we need to affirm a yet more radical break with Labour's past.
Gordon Brown may or may not want to be New Labour's next Prime Minister, but there's little doubt about him wanting to stay its chief in-house political philosopher.
Every modern generation, since Adam Smith counterposed the invisible hand of the market to the helping hand of government, has had to resolve this question for its time. What are the respective spheres for individuals, markets and communities, including the state, in achieving opportunity and security for the citizens?
Unfortunately, a lot of people were also looking for a less lofty kind of security from the Chancellor today, at a time when world markets have been going pear-shaped and some of his budget numbers are looking decidedly iffy.
I understand the concerns that uncertainty causes for investors and consumers alike. Indeed, it is because we have always understood that monetary and fiscal regimes must work well in challenging times as well as in good times, that with tough decisions in 1997 on deficit and debt reduction, including a 2-year freeze on public spending, we sought to ensure that Britain is better placed than we have been in the past to deal with economic challenges and ongoing risks.
The one thing we've always praised him for is the delivery of macroeconomic stability. Low inflation, low interest rates, low unemployment and some sustainable growth at the same time. Something this country hasn't enjoyed since the Second World War, actually. Now, is he trading on that reputation quite a bit at the moment? Yes, he is.
And if we do choose to join, then we'll sign up to the Stability and Growth Pact.
The Chancellor's reputation took a hit last week when the independent tax think tank, the Institute of Fiscal Studies, announced in its Green Budget that his latest borrowing forecasts didn't entirely add up.
The Chancellor said in November that he was going to have to borrow more this year and next year because the economy was turning out weaker than he'd expected. But then he's essentially expecting all that bad news to evaporate and to get back to the sort of path he was predicting in the budget. Our view is that even if the economy turns out as the Chancellor is expecting, that bounce back won't happen quite as much as the Chancellor would like, and that implies that the Chancellor would have to do something, probably tax increases, in order to get back on path to meet his fiscal rules looking forward.
The Chancellor's golden rule on borrowing says that he needs to bring the current budget back into balance over the medium term. His November forecasts see the budget coming back into surplus by 2004. But without further tax rises, the IFS thinks the budget will stay in the red, even if all of Brown's forecasts for the economy come true.
If the government's spending extra money on